Else is ready. Welcome to the City of San Antonio Department of Arts and Culture information session on how to apply for our production costs grants through our arts funding guidelines. With you today is the grants management team, Contract Officer Amanda Montalvo, Contract Officer Krista Valadez, Contract Manager Karen Lugos, Arts and Culture Administrator Jennifer Chowning, or Jenny Chowning, and I'm Ellen Ghost-Hockaday, Senior Management Analyst. I will be your point of contact throughout this application process. In this tutorial, you will be provided with information about this grant, eligibility, funding and restrictions, and scoring, as well as how to apply, the timeline, where you can find answers should you have any questions. Additional information can be found at the sanantonio.gov/artgrants. Please write down your questions and we'll open the floor for Q&A after this presentation. The goal of this grant is to assist applicants with the production of high quality, innovative, and accessible performing arts programming in San Antonio. When you visit our website at sanantonio.gov/artgrants, you'll find information resources such as links to our guidelines, timeline for this grant, where to apply, and where to send questions. If you're looking for a venue location, there's a link to a variety of venues available all around the city. Please be sure to review the request for applications for this grant. You can also use this QR code at the top right corner to access a page on our website. There's also a link over here that'll take you directly to the venue page that I just talked about. First, let's go over eligibility, funding, and restrictions. The eligible applicants for this grant must be at least 18 years of age. They need to be residents of the City of San Antonio, and applicants will be required to show proof of address that they live in a city council district or have an artist studio or work in the arts in a city council district. They need to also be a professional artist, which means having at least 3 years of relevant work experience or have received specialized training in their artistic field, such as a degree or certification. They must derive a portion of individual earned income from their artistic practice or areas related to their field, or demonstrate a clear investment of time and resources into the creation of new works. They must also have a professional portfolio that includes published or publicly displayed works, or be registered in the online San Antonio Artist Registry. In addition to being a professional artist, applicants must also be a performing artist in the field of music, dance, theater, or literary performance for an audience. Applicants must show that they have been actively performing in the City of San Antonio during each of the last 3 years and be in good standing with the City of San Antonio, federal, state, and Department of Arts and Culture. Artist grantees. If you receive an artist grant, you must submit an application for a separate project or detail what expenses these funds will cover that are not covered by your artist grant. To qualify for this grant, applicants must already have an event planned to be eligible for funding. You will be asked to provide the name, date, location, and a description of your proposed event. Events must be held within San Antonio and be open and accessible to the public. Finally, at least 70% of the artistic performers must be San Antonio and/or Bexar County residents. Funding may be used to cover the following expenses: venue rental, equipment, prop, staging costs, rental for these costs, security, back of house labor fees, artist fees, and marketing costs. Artists may use funds to cover city required insurance for the event. Artists may not solicit additional funding from the city for their project. And the number of grants to be awarded will depend on amount of funding available. Performing artists may receive up to $7,500 in funding. And the pay schedule for this funding, so grantees will receive 75% of their total award upon completion and approval of the interim report. They will then receive the remaining 25% upon completion and approval of the final report. An open call for this grant is held once every 2 years. This contract begins on October 1st, 2024, and ends on September 30th, 2025. Performances must be completed in San Antonio within the 12-month period. Please keep in mind that applicants may only operate one contract per contract period, so one application per artist. Take a moment to view this list. These are restrictions for which funding cannot be used, such as governmental, religious, or educational institutions, fundraising and/or debt reduction efforts, official fiesta events, or political activities. Funding cannot be used towards any activity not allowed by the funding source, capital improvements and purchase of real property, and programs that are essentially recreational, rehabilitative, or therapeutic. Funding may also not be used to support productions that include explicit content, private events, and events held in facilities whose main purpose of source of revenue is food and or drink. You can also view this list of restrictions in the request for applications at sanantonio.gov/art grants. Applications are competitively scored by an independent panel using the Performing Arts Production Cost Grant application criteria, which includes experience, artistic and innovative excellence, administrative capability, and equity impact points for individual artists. Applications must score a minimum of 75 to be considered for funding. Now let's take a look at the evaluation criteria. For merit for proposed production, you can score up to 40 points. This includes a description of your production, expected number and diversity of attendees, and the extent to which the event is innovative or relevant and/or enriches San Antonio's culture. For administrative capability, which you can receive up to 30 points, you'll be asked to provide a projected timeline, budget, venue, and marketing plans. And for experience, you will be asked to provide work samples for the past 3 productions, as those will be evaluated by the panel. There are up to 15 additional equity impact points for artists who fall within certain categories seen here. Staff will determine initial eligibility of the grant applicant. The designated panel will review all assigned applications in phase 2. To ensure that panelists are reviewing each application fairly, panelists are required to declare any conflict of interest with applicants for funding. In the event of a conflict of interest, panelists are required to recuse themselves. Department of Arts and Culture staff will develop staff funding recommendations based on eligibility, evaluation of the panel review scores, available funding. The next several slides will walk you through the application process. We suggest that you create your artist profile before beginning your application in sanantonio.gov, sanantonio.gosmart.org. If you do not already have an artist registry, I understand that some of you may already have an existing profile. If you are new to this process, please note that this step requires system approval, which can take 3 business days to complete before you receive your artist profile link. So please be sure to give yourself enough time before the intent to apply deadline. Once you get to the website from our getcreativesanantonio.com homepage, you will create a new account by clicking the register button at the top left corner, or I should say right here, you can register. And again, this is if you don't already have a profile and you need to create one, we'll just show you a couple steps on how to do that. When you log into your account, you will see your dashboard, see the blue left-hand side menu for navigation options. To create your artist profile, click on Artist. Click on the Profile under Artist section of the blue navigation menu. This is the first page of your artist profile registration. You will fill out basic information such as name, contact info, including your website, any social media, images of your performances or any of your previous works or existing works, category of artist, bio, portfolio, any other work samples. A link to this registry is on our website at sanantonio.gov/artgrants. When you get to the images section, you will see the option to upload a primary image and gallery images. A primary image would be a photo of you, such as a professional headshot. The gallery images would include samples of your work or photos from your events. You do not need to check all of these boxes shown here. Your artist if you do not check all of the boxes shown over here, your artist profile will not be published. Even if you do not want to show your face, it is imperative to include at least one image of your work on your profile that you consent to be public. The more images you have, the easier it is for panelists to view your work and your professional portfolio. And as a reminder, this is a 3-step process. Step 1, complete and submit your intent to apply by no later than April 5th at 5 p.m. Staff will review your intent to apply to determine eligibility. And again, if you have not already created an artist registry profile, we encourage you to do so ahead of time to allow yourself time before the intent to apply deadline. Now let's take a look at the online application system, sanantonio.gosmart.org. If you have never applied for funding through this system, you will need to create a profile. So you'll need to click this blue button at the top to create a new profile or create a new account. When you click the link, it will walk you through how to create that profile. If you already have an existing account, then just click the login button. Near the bottom right, you'll see a Help Center button. So if you have any issues with the system after hours, then you may click that to find any additional resources or solutions. From here, you will enter all of your information and create your profile. Be sure to select individual and not organization, otherwise you will not have access to the application. Once you're in GoSmart, click at the Grant Applications and Forms tab right here at the top of the page. Next, you're going to scroll down to the Artist Grants FY25 section and click the blue button that says Start Intent to Apply. I believe it's the second to last option at the bottom of the page. Once you click that button, this will take you straight to the intent to apply. And again, please make sure to give yourself enough time to review the instructions before the deadline. There are multiple ways to respond to questions. For example, the first question includes a checkbox for you to certify that you are a professional performing artist. You will also use text boxes to enter your artist name and full address of your studio or residence. Most text boxes will show the number of characters allowed for each text box. And a checkbox is also included for you to verify that you are at least 18 years of age. Select the City Council district for your residence. You'll also use the upload button to provide proof of residency. This can be in the form of a driver's license, a lease, utility bill. Be sure that your name and address are also visible in those documents. Enter the number of years that you have been a professional artist and/or professional degree certification. Provide a link to your artist profile in the San Antonio Artist Registry. Upload your resume and include dates for performances that you have produced and/or presented during your career. Be sure to select the blue Save Work button right here so you can save your work as you go. This way, if you need to step away and come back, it's not going to lose your progress. In this section, you will disclose if you represent any of the communities listed here to receive equity impact points. If you are a veteran or active duty, you'll upload your DD-214 form or a photocopy of your active military license. If you have a website, you may enter it in the text box. If not, you can leave it blank. You'll need to download the contracts disclosure form, which is highlighted in this blue text here. Fill it out and upload it. You'll also answer the following questions using the text boxes regarding contract completion history and disciplinary action. Keep in mind that at least 70% of the artists performing in your proposed event must be residents of San Antonio and/or Bexar County per the guidelines. The application will require a list of participating performers. Your proposed production must already be planned. In the text box, you'll enter the name of the event, location, and date. And again, remember to save your work. You might notice a little blue circle next to a question with an I right here. When you click on that circle, a new window will appear with some additional information. So just some additional clarity when you're going through the questions. Once you've completed all of the questions, you can select the blue Save and Submit button. Be sure you select this option be sure that when you are completed with your work that you select this button so that it shows as received on our end in the system. Please also be advised that once you save and submit your work, you cannot go back and make changes. Once you click submit, you will receive a confirmation that you've completed your intent to apply. You will receive a follow-up email informing whether you may continue to step 3, which is the application, wherein you'll be required to give information on your proposed event. So once your intent to apply has been approved, you're going to log back into GoSmart, go back here and grant applications and events and forms tab. Scroll back down until you see the FY25 production costs grant artist. It should be the second to last application option. Your intent to apply will show as submitted. Once it's been approved, you will get a system notice that it has been approved. When you log in, you'll also see that on the status line, it'll also remind you of its approval status. And then here, you can click the Start button to enter phase 2 of your application. When you enter the application, you may notice that the first page is your completed intent to apply. If you go towards the left-hand side of the page to Table of Contents, here you can just select Production Costs Grant Application. From here, you'll be asked to list 3 past performances and describe how they exemplify your artistic vision and practice. What made these performances innovative and/or relevant? How did they enrich the community in which the event was held? You'll also describe the audiences served in your past performances, and be sure to include attendance numbers if you have them and any demographics. Here you will describe your proposed production and include your goals and proposed outcomes. What makes it innovative and/or relevant, and how will it enrich San Antonio? You'll also describe your target audience and include anticipated reach. How many are you anticipating to attend, and any demographics that you'd like to list. Some productions might include multiple performances. Be sure to enter the number of performances you want covered with this grant. Detail your production's timeline and include major milestones. Describe your plans for promotion and list any sources such as digital channels, press release, media coverage, distribution of print media, and efforts to reach historically underserved areas of our community. We'll also need a detail of the overall budget for your production. List the average cost for your production. If your production contains multiple performances, please list the cost for each performance. Describe the venue you will be using and if it's accessible physically and financially. Upload a confirmation letter from the venue showing that it is secured. The confirmation letter should contain details such as rental date, cost of equipment, stage props, security, back of house fees, etc. Please keep in mind that insurance may be required at the time you enter a contract with the city. The last section is your support material. We've provided detailed instructions to assist you, including what kind of material we need to see, how many files can be attached, the file size, and the order in which your materials should be grouped together. We've also included a link to GoSmart's knowledge base page right here, which includes helpful tutorials on how to use the media library. So again, if you're working on this after hours, we made sure to include additional resources to help you walk through this process. If you happen to miss answering any questions, you will receive a message letting you know which questions you need to go back to. You will not be able to proceed until you answer all required questions. Click on the Final Submission button. A message will show up asking if you're ready to submit, and when you are, click OK. Once you click Submit, you will receive a notice that your application was received. You will receive a notice from the department on or before June 25th informing you of your award status, and you're done. Lastly, let's go over the timeline, and then we'll head into our Q&A portion. To recap, I wanted to show you a general overview timeline where you are and the steps you'll take throughout this process. You are here where this yellow star is attending the session, and at this point, you have or will be creating your artist registry profile and or getting ready to submit your intent to apply. After this, you will submit your actual application, which will be reviewed and scored by our panelists. And then funding recommendations will be made. Awarded grantees will be notified of further steps and their contracts will be executed. This graphic illustrates the general funding process for this grant, and we'll just give you a second to take a look at that. And then these are just some QR codes linked to online resources that I've mentioned throughout this presentation. And if you'd like, you can take a moment to scan these. Of course, we are recording this session, so you will have access to them at a later time. If you have any questions about the production cost grant, please send an email to artsfunding@sanantonio.gov and we'll reach out to you. You can also scan this QR code here for a link to the production cost grant FAQ. And at this point, I think we can get